Okay, so, I wanted to do another recording. I don't know how I'm gonna say this, but I just feel like I have to say it because this is something that's not widely talked about at all. So, I want to know, you guys, you know how, you know how in ancient Egypt and all these other ancient cultures, you know how they used to practice like mummification, okay? These ancient cultures used to practice mummification, and you know why they did that? It's because they knew what the fuck they were doing, okay? Like they knew that if if they mummified their dead, like that would guarantee them a one-way ticket to the afterlife where they wanted to go, okay? See, like people of the old and ancient days, like they were smart, like they knew this. Like, so I know this may seem like far-fetched and just not really, people don't really think about this shit, but I want to be one individual who who has somewhat of an inner knowing that no, it's more like a feeling. It's more like an inner feeling that when you don't practice things properly, like if you don't know what the F you're doing, like how is it gonna work? Like, I don't know, like what I'm trying to say is that certain people, like I know this, like certain people will have a purgatory, okay, and that's basically you going to the place to where you felt most happy, right? So most of the time you'll go to this place in your dream state, and that's actually when your soul leaves your body, and you go there and you feel the most happy there. That's a place called your purgatory, and I think this is happening to, I think most individuals, or certain individuals, will experience this, and they'll just go to the place to where they feel stress-free, right? I go there. I go to my purgatory in my dreams all the time. Okay? It's not that difficult to comprehend, but when you dream and you go to these places, that's actually you dying, like, and going to some other place. But your soul, knowing that your body still lives, will still come back, and then you'll experience the waking life again. See, this is what people are not talking about. This is what people just fail to, this is what people just fail to comprehend, because this is the year 2020. This is when our minds should be the most open, but it's not that way for most of the majority of human beings. It's just not. And you know what's funny? Like, it could just be based all on feeling, and you should trust your gut feeling, you should oftentimes trust your gut because that's when it's, the most real. And, it's funny during this this whole coronavirus thing, like, movie productions have just stopped, but, if you're a person who is into movies, and you watch movies, and you think most of them is all fiction, right? Well, that's what they want you to think. It is. They want you to watch this freaking film that you see on your computer screen or your computer screen or your television or whatever, and they want you to think it's not real. Well, I'm here to tell you at this time, most of our minds should be open, okay? And I'll tell you guys, I haven't tried mushrooms yet, but in the future I really want to, because I feel that it would be the most enlightening experience that I've ever had. But, I'm not fretting over it since my mind is so open anyway, and I come up with all these crazy ideas that, this has to make you think, well, why did they practice mummification? Why did they practice mummification in the past when now we don't anymore? There has to be a reason why mummification has stopped. People have completely forgotten about mummification in this day and age, because they wanted the people of the future to stay stagnant and to not think about it, because I think people of the past, they knew that like I just have to think, like, why was it so important in Egypt? Like, why did they mummify their dead in Egypt? Like, and nowhere else. It's just freaking crazy. Like, maybe like pre-civilizations before Egypt, like, they practice it too. The pre-civilizations before Egypt, they practiced mummification too. But I mean, that's only because they wanted their loved ones, they wanted the people who they cared about, their loved ones, to reach the afterlife, like, fully, And now that we don't practice it anymore, this is where, souls will just, when you die, the souls will just go to the purgatory, because they know that, they're not fully able to reach the afterlife properly or fully. See, and I want freaking people to listen to me on this, because it's 2020. Now is the time. Now is the time to where people's minds should be the most creative and the most open. But most people, they don't care about subjects like these. They don't. And and that's what makes me so different, is because it's because I'm a woman, and I kind of have this insight to where I want to speak about things that nobody else is really speaking about, because I don't know, it's just crazy, like, so unless unless, I have to speak truth, unless somebody knows how to mummify you, like, you're not gonna reach your afterlife right away. I'm sorry. It's just not gonna happen. And that's only if you've freaking thought about an afterlife for yourself. If not, then I don't know where you'll go, but you know, nobody really talks about these things. Nobody really has the courage to freaking speak out, like, indifferently anymore, or differently. So just, be prepared, and people are so effing scared anyway of everything that I don't know, like, most people around the world are spiritually dead because they're only concerned about the sight of Hathor. That Venus illusion bullshit that the Matrix has provided for us. Most of the population of human beings, of people here on this earth, they're only concerned about the Hathor sight, the Hathor insight, which is false, okay? You should only be concerned about your own inner happiness. But instead, people are fooled by their physical eyes. This is what Hathor did, okay? People want that, and it's even getting to men as well. Men have that really effeminate, like, Hathor energy about them. They only care about the material. They only care about what they see physically. And it's just like, it's like, okay, well, now I understand, like, what the ancient texts and the ancient books meant by, like, only the chosen few will make it, because they don't have that inner insight. They don't have that inner insight to what they want, They only care about what others think, what others perceive of them. Like, they don't take the time to work on themselves. It's just, I don't know, like, most of the population is just gonna remain lost, okay? Until they can figure out what they really, really want. Like, truly. Like, I don't know, like, besides this freaking fleshly, earthly realm, like, people are just gonna have to figure out, like, what they truly want. And it's not easy because, and it's funny because this really involves, like, your heart light, like the heart energy. It has to be stronger than the average heart energy that, see, it's it's hard because, I don't know, most people will just go with the status quo. Most people will just follow the largest crowd or the largest flock. Like, they'll be a sheep. Like, if they're gonna do anything, like, if you're a sheep, like, if you were to do anything, you would follow the largest group of sheep and not the smallest one. And this is what's true. This is what's going on spiritually. Okay? I just have to tell you guys that, okay? So, you guys, I want to tell you, don't be scared of death, okay? Because everybody has to die, okay? Bottom line. And people just think, like, this earthly realm is so great. It's just like, what's so great about it? Like, really? Like, I just have to think, I have to question, like, what's so great about this earthly realm when it's a de facto reality? that people just want to follow because they're scared to freaking go a different path or think differently. Okay, this is, this is the hive mind. This is the hive mind of the human being. And it's all because they're freaking scared to think differently for a change. They all are. So, I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. But, I mean, only you can base your opinion on what's really going on, I just have to, put in my 2 cents, and just rant, and, I have to say, like, we're living in a very interesting time. And, I have to say it's a very scary time, because nobody here in the U.S., nobody here in this country knows how to mummify another human being. Like, they just have no knowledge of how to mummify a loved one or another human being, and it's freaking scary. Because that's how you supposedly reach your afterlife properly, and your soul is complete. It takes a bit of time, but I mean, what the Egyptians knew, like, was it all bullshit or what? I'm like, you tell me, you guys. But I've got to tell you, like, these people out here, like, they better wake up fast. They better wake up fast, or they're just going to end up remaining in their purgatory for a long, long time. Okay? Until they truly figure out, like, where they really want to go and be happy. It's just, like, these people, like, we really need to wake the F up, man. Like, we really do. Like, we really do. And I have to say again, nobody in this country knows how to mummify another person who supposedly is deceased, okay? Nobody knows how to do that here. Unless you go to Egypt and you tell somebody, like, hey, like, I want my loved one mummified. But that's so very few and far between in this day and age. And we all need to wake up to this, We do. And I'm sorry if my videos seem cringy and annoying. I don't care. I don't care. It's all about the message. Okay? Because I'm trying to freaking open up people's minds. Whoever's listening on the internet. Okay? I don't know. We just need to wake up to this fact. And, yeah. I mean, isn't it not important that we freaking think about this right now? Is it not important that we think about this right now? Like, come on, you guys. Like, how are we ever gonna live fully if our people are just so lost all the time? Like, nobody gives a damn about ancient knowledge anymore. They don't. They just care about their stupid technology all the time. And you know what? Our ancestors, they didn't need to use this technology either. They knew how to do it without the stupid, without the stupid cell phones and the computers and shit. Like, our ancestors knew, like, what the fuck was up, you know? And I'm trying to figure out, like, you know, how our ancient ancestors, you know, everybody's ancestors, like, how they knew how to build pyramids and mummify their dead, you know? And how that information and that knowledge has just been lost. You know, because there had to be some kind of purpose behind it, right? But no, like, you know, this is the age of lacking purpose and lacking knowledge until we figure out, like, what to do again. You know, and how to properly do things. So I'll end it with that. Alright, thanks for listening, you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.